The first time Caleb Yazzie broke a man's arm, he did not mean to do it. The man had only grabbed his mother by the wrist outside the trading post. 1 second, Caleb was standing in the dust with flour sacks at his feet. The next second, the man was screaming, the horses were rearing, and Caleb was staring at his own hands like they belonged to a stranger. Then his grandmother stepped out from the porch shadows and whispered the words she had refused to speak for 50 years. He has found his blood. And from the ridge above town, 3 armed riders watched Caleb like hunters who had finally found the beast they came for. Before this story begins, tell me where you are listening from. If old family secrets, desert justice, and hard frontier choices are the kind of stories you enjoy, like this story, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts below. And if your own family ever carried a secret that changed everything, I would be honored to hear it. In the spring of 1874, near the rough line where Arizona dust met New Mexico stone, the Yazzie family lived on poor land that most white ranchers did not want, until water was found beneath it. Their cabin sat low against the wind. A broken cattle fence leaned near the wash. Sheep moved like gray clouds across the dry ground. At sunset, the whole place turned red, as if the desert remembered blood better than rain. Caleb Yazzie had grown up there with his mother, Rose, and his grandmother, Nali. Nali was old by then, with silver hair tied behind her neck and eyes that seemed to hear things before ears could. She rarely spoke of the past. When she did, her words came slow, like stones being laid on a grave. Caleb loved her, but he feared her silence. He feared himself more. By 23, Caleb was stronger than any man in Cedar Hollow. He could lift a sheep gate alone. He could carry 2 full water barrels without bending. Once, when a wild horse kicked through a fence, Caleb caught the post before it fell and held it like a living tree. Men laughed and called him Giant Blood, but they stopped laughing when they saw his temper. It did not come often. That was the worst part. Most days Caleb was quiet, gentle, almost ashamed of the space he took in a room. But sometimes a red haze crossed his eyes. Then his hearing sharpened, his heart beat slow, and in his mind he saw things he had never lived. Burning wagons, men shouting in 2 languages, a tall hunter standing on a canyon wall with a long knife in his hand. Caleb never told anyone about those visions, not even his mother. One hot afternoon, Rose sent him into Cedar Hollow for flour, lamp oil, and salt. Nali insisted on riding with him, though she was too old for the journey. "I can go alone," Caleb said. Nali tied a red cloth bundle under her shawl. Not today. The town was little more than a dusty street, a saloon with creaking doors, a sheriff's office, a church bell, and a trading post run by a nervous man named Hob. When Caleb and Nali arrived, 2 ranch hands stood near the porch. One was drunk. The other wore a black hat and a land company badge. Inside the store, Rose was already there, arguing with Mr. Hob. "We paid what we owed," she said, holding out a folded receipt. The man in the black hat stepped forward. "Debt is not the matter, ma'am. That land is being claimed proper." Rose turned cold. "That land holds my husband's grave. Graves can be moved." Caleb felt something stir in his chest. Nali touched his arm. "Stand still." The drunk ranch hand laughed and reached for Rose's wrist. "You people don't understand papers." He never finished the sentence. Caleb moved before thought could stop him. He caught the man's hand. There was a crack like a dry branch under a wagon wheel. The man fell screaming. The street froze. Horses jerked against their rails. Mr. Hob dropped a tin cup. Across the road, the sheriff stepped out with his hand on his revolver. Caleb let go and backed away, breathing hard. "I didn't mean," he whispered. But the man in the black hat was staring at him with fear and satisfaction, as if Caleb had done exactly what he wanted. Sheriff Elias Crow crossed the street. He was lean, gray-eyed, and tired, in the way hard men become tired. "Caleb," he said, Put your hands where I can see them. Rose stepped in front of her son. He was protecting me. Crow looked at the broken-armed man, then at Caleb. Protection does not sound like that. That was when Gnarly walked onto the porch. She looked smaller than everyone there, but the whole town seemed to lean toward her. Her trembling hand opened the red cloth bundle. Inside lay a rusted hunting knife with a bone handle, dark from age. The moment Caleb saw it, his knees weakened. A vision struck him. Moonlight over a canyon. A girl crying beside a fire. A towering Apache hunter placing that same knife in her hands, not with cruelty, but with sorrow. Caleb gasped. Gnarly's voice broke for the first time in his life. I should have burned this long ago. Sheriff Crow narrowed his eyes. What is that knife? Gnarly did not answer him. She looked only at Caleb. Your blood has awakened, she whispered. And now the men who remember him will come. A rifle shot cracked from the ridge above town. The store window shattered. Caleb turned and saw 3 riders watching from the rocks, their horses black against the sun. One of them lifted a spyglass. Then Gnarly grabbed Caleb's sleeve and said the words that chilled him worse than the gunshot. Run, grandson. They did not come to arrest you. They came to prove you are his. Caleb did not remember leaving Cedar Hollow. One moment he was staring at the broken store window. The next, he was riding hard through desert wind, with his mother clutching the saddle blanket behind him, and Gnarly urging the mule ahead across a dry wash. Behind them came shouting, then hoofbeats. Do not look back, Gnarly said. But Caleb did. 3 riders were following at a distance. They did not rush. They rode like men who believed the land itself would corner their prey. By sundown, the Yazzie family reached an old sheep camp hidden between stone walls and scrub cedar. The place was little more than a low cabin of mud and timber, half swallowed by the canyon. Rose barred the door. Gnarly lit a lantern. Caleb stood watch outside, his chest still burning with shame. He had hurt a man. Worse than that, part of him had liked the feeling of power. When he came inside, Gnarly was already unwrapping the rusted knife. The lantern light showed deep cracks in the bone handle. Rose sat stiff beside the table. Mother, she said, no more hiding. Not tonight. For a long time, only the wind answered. Then Gnarly lifted her eyes to Caleb. I was 16 when I disappeared, she said. That much you know. But nobody in town knew why. Her hands trembled, but her voice held. In those days, men came through these lands looking for more than cattle. Some wanted water, some wanted grazing ground, some wanted Indians gone. A trader's son began following me. He was a mean man, spoiled and proud. When I refused him, he swore I would regret it. Rose lowered her head. She had heard pieces of this, but not all. One night, our camp was raided, Gnarly went on. I ran into the hills. I thought I would die there. No food, no horse. No blanket, just cold rock and fear. Caleb leaned forward. That was when he found me. Gnarly looked at the knife. The man the old people whispered about, the one white men called a giant, and some Apache called a ghost hunter. He was no spirit. He was flesh and blood. Taller than most men, yes. Strong, too, but not a monster. She swallowed hard. He had been scouting the ridges. He took me to water, gave me food, stayed with me in a hidden canyon until the riders passed. Caleb's throat tightened. Was he Apache? Yes. Did he hurt you? Gnarly looked straight at him. No. He saved my life. The room fell silent. Then why did people fear him? Caleb asked. Because frightened people turn brave men into monsters, Gnarly said. He had fought soldiers, killed raiders, led women and children out of danger. Men who lost to him needed a darker story to tell. So they said he was half beast, half devil. Something not fully human, Rose whispered. And you loved him. Gnarly closed her eyes. I tried not to, but when you are young, Hungry and alone, kindness enters the heart, like rain enters dry ground. The lantern flame shifted. We were together only a short time, Nali said. He knew men were tracking him. He told me I must go home before they found us both. The night before I left, he placed this knife in my hand and said, "If a son is born, teach him that blood is a burden only when a man uses it wrongly." Caleb stared at the blade as if it might speak. "When I returned," Nali said, "I was carrying a child. Your grandfather, the man who later gave Rose his name, was a decent widower. He knew the boy was not his, but he raised him anyway. That boy became your father." Rose began to cry softly. Caleb felt the ground shift inside him. "Then all these years—" "Yes," Nali said, "his blood came down to you." Caleb stepped back from the table. "So I am the thing they feared." "No," Nali snapped, sudden and fierce. "You are a man. Do not insult yourself with lazy fear." Outside, a horse snorted. Everyone froze. Rose blew out the lantern. A fist struck the cabin door. Once, then twice. Sheriff Crow's voice came through the wood, calm and cold. "Mrs. Yazzie, Caleb, I know you're inside. I came alone." Nali gripped the knife. Crow spoke again. "If you want to know why those riders truly came for the boy, open this door. Because the man who fathered your line did not die in those hills." Caleb opened the door before his mother could stop him. Sheriff Crow stood in the moonlight with both hands raised. His revolver was still in its holster. Behind him, far up on the ridge, 3 small lanterns burned like watchful eyes. "I said I came alone," Crow told him. But they did not. Caleb's hands curled into fists. "Who are they?" "Landmen," Crow said. "Hired trackers. Same kind of men this country has always bred, when water is worth more than mercy." Nali stepped forward, the rusted knife in her hand. "Why say he is alive?" Crow looked at her with a sadness Caleb did not expect. "Because I saw him 2 nights ago." The cabin went silent. Crow took off his hat. "An old Apache man came to my office after dark. Tall, even bent with age, carried no gun. He placed a strip of rawhide on my desk and said, 'The boy will be tested. If he kills from rage, they will own his story forever.'" Caleb felt cold move through him. "Where is he?" Nali whispered. Crow nodded toward the ridge. "Close." A rifle cracked. The bullet struck the doorframe inches from Crow's shoulder. Caleb lunged outside. "Caleb, no!" Rose cried. But he was already running uphill through dust and sagebrush. He moved faster than he had ever moved. The red haze came again, his ears filled with old battle cries. His eyes found every rock, every shadow, every man hiding in the dark. One rider rose from behind a boulder with a rifle. Caleb struck him before the man could fire. The rifle flew away. The man hit the ground and whimpered. Caleb grabbed him by the coat. Then he saw fear in the man's face. Not evil, fear. And Caleb heard Nali's voice inside him. "You are a man." His grip loosened. The second rider came at him with a knife. Caleb caught his wrist, but this time he did not break it. He twisted, shoved, and sent him rolling into the dirt. Then a third man stepped into the moonlight. The black hat. The land badge. His name was Silas Vane, and his face was pale with anger. "Go on, boy," Silas said, raising his pistol. "Show them what kind of beast you are." Before he could fire, a tall figure stepped from the rocks behind him. Old, wrapped in a dark blanket, hair white, back bent, but still taller than any man Caleb had ever seen. The old Apache hunter placed one hand on Silas's gun arm and forced it down with quiet strength. "No more lies," the old man said. Silas trembled. "You should have died years ago. So should the hate your father planted," the old man answered. Crow and Rose reached the ridge with Nali behind them. When Nali saw the old hunter, the knife slipped from her fingers. For a moment, She was not an old woman. She was 16 again, standing beside a hidden canyon fire. "You lived," she whispered. "I stayed away so you could live," he said. Then he turned to Caleb. "You carry my blood. But blood is only a horse. A man still chooses where to ride." Silas laughed bitterly. "Pretty words won't change the deed. That land is ours." Nali bent slowly and picked up the rusted knife. With shaking hands, she twisted the cracked bone handle. Something inside snapped loose. A rolled paper slid out. Crow opened it under the moon. A deed, signed years ago by the one white rancher who had respected Nali's family, witnessed by a priest, a trader, and Sheriff Crow's own father. The Yazzie land was never unpaid. It had been stolen on paper. Silas lowered his head. His fight left him then, not because he was sorry, but because his lie had finally grown too heavy to carry. Crow arrested him before sunrise. Caleb watched the sheriff take the men down the dusty road toward Cedar Hollow. He expected triumph, but none came. Only relief. Only sorrow for all the years fear had eaten. At dawn, the old hunter stood beside Nali, near the family graves. "I cannot give back what silence cost you," he said. Nali touched his hand. "No, but you gave me a son, and he gave me a grandson who chose mercy when rage would have been easier." Caleb looked toward the rising sun. For the first time, the strength in his body did not feel like a curse. It felt like a promise. And when the desert wind moved across the sheep fence, Caleb picked up the rusted knife, wrapped it in red cloth, and buried it beside his father's grave. Not to hide the truth, but to let the old blood rest.